Welcome to the show. Zach Bolduc is on pace for 82 goals this season. Kaiden Guhle is an absolute monster as the Montreal Canadiens defeat Chicago.
Chicago! You're out of there!
I could not have been more wrong.
And I just want you to know that I'm really sorry.
Let's go!
When Patrick Laine is a Montreal Canadian, thank you.
Ça va bien, Montreal! Welcome to Montreal! Ivan! Give it up!
Chicago, you're out of there. Kind of hot in these rhinos. All right. Well, if you haven't watched Ace Ventura, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you're the one missing out. The Jim Carrey, the impressions, they're just going to come out this season. It's got to happen. All right. The Montreal Canadiens win 3-2 and defeat the Chicago Blackhawks in a game that was pretty crazy. I don't know if it's that crazy. It's just that when you got Connor Bedard telling Josh Anderson that he's tough, like Connor, we know. Connor, just in case you didn't know this, Josh Anderson just last season fought Tom Wilson and Jacob Trouba and won both of those fights decisively. So if you think telling Josh Anderson that he's tough, it's really not new information. Where's Captain Obvious when you need him? Okay, so a bunch of stuff to go through in this game, and we had our fun. We're going to have more fun, actually. Let's have some fun. But the Montreal Canadiens, even on the first shift, the Caufield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky line, they had a chance, bang, immediately. I can't talk. Slavkovsky wasn't able to capitalize on the first chance at the beginning of the game, but that's okay. One thing I did want to see from the Canadiens in this game is I wanted them to score first. I think some of you guys said the same thing. Cole Caufield gets his first of the season. It's on the power play from Bolduc and Suzuki. Suzuki quietly having a great start to the season with 5 assists in 3 games. Zach Bolduc has 4 points in 3 games, 3 goals in 4 games. 3 goals in 3 games, Zach Bolduc. Forgive me on that one. Not that long after Cole Caufield's goal, Sam Rinzel, and by the way, let's go back to Cole for a second. Yeah, first of all, I actually thought it was a high stick, and the reason I thought that, the one angle, the angles that we saw all looked like he batted it in perfectly and it was fine, but there was an angle where it showed from behind the net Cole batting the puck in, and the puck changed trajectory and went down like this. So I felt like that was the angle that was going to maybe overturn the goal, because it looked like the height he hit it at was okay, but then again, you know what? Doesn't even matter. The goal counted. Let's move on then, shall we? Alrighty then. Sam Rinzel with a nice shot. Honestly, the guy just is allowed to walk in on this one, and he buries it top left-hand corner on Sam Montembeault. And not long after that, though, Zachary Bolduc with his 3rd goal in 3 games on the power play. The bumper position was where he was scoring a lot of his goals last year with St. Louis, and he just is continuing that, which we love. Cole Caufield and Nick Suzuki factor in on the assist there. And the power play, guys, like the power play scored 2 goals, and it was probably the most frustrating night watching the power play so far this season. It's only the 3rd game, but this was a game where there were 10 power plays for the Montreal Canadiens. Chicago had 39 penalty minutes to Montreal's 17. And they were calling everything in this game. I should give a shout out to the Chicago Blackhawks. They are celebrating their centennial. This is their 100th season, so hats off to the Blackhawks organization for that. Chicago. Connor Bedard, before he got all crazy with Josh Anderson telling him stuff that he didn't know, he scored a goal actually that came off of Teravainen, and Frank Nazar actually had the shot on net, which Bedard with a pure, good reaction to the shot as he turns, it hits him in the perfect spot, and it goes past Sam Montembeault, and that would be the end of Chicago's scoring for the evening. Montembeault had 20 saves in this game and didn't have to make a lot of 10-bell saves, really any at all, actually. I didn't think that Chicago got a lot of grade A chances. And that back check from Demidov earlier in that game, come on. Seeing Demidov in a game like this where I'm frustrated that he didn't shoot on the power play, but it was not frustrating to see him back check when the Canadiens had an opportunity to go the other way, and he caught up to Nick Foligno and just put the body on him. And then you see him mixing up it in the scrums, trying to defend Alex Newhook. So hats off to the pack mentality to the Canadiens, because for Demidov being a rookie, the guy just does not seem fazed by much. Everybody sticks up for each other. You got to love that. And Kaiden Guhle especially love to see that too. Let's get to Guhle. Okay. I'm proud to say that I was in person to see Kaiden Guhle's first NHL goal. I'm throwing that out there for no reason other than I just want to tell you that because I can. But Kaiden Guhle in this game makes a clean hit. And then for some reason on that clean hit, he has to answer the bell, but he does it anyway, gets in a fight, bloodies up the guy that he fights, and then also draws a power play for the Canadiens on which they score. That was the Zach Bolduc goal. So, I mean, like, Kaiden Guhle was a monster in this game. And then on top of that, scores the game-winning goal at the end of this one, which we thought Slafkovsky got it, but no, Kaiden Guhle actually did. And there was a great chance the Canadiens had with Cole Caufield. Spencer Knight was flopping around, and there was no interference on him whatsoever. But he got back in a position eventually, but the Canadiens were buzzing right near that end of the game there with under a minute to go. And you saw Caufield get a chance, and then you saw Guhle get it back to the point. He blasted on net. And, oh, man, just to finish the game the way it did, it was almost a night where Kaiden Guhle could have got a Gordie Howe hat trick if he would have got an assist. But, darn it, that guy was the player of the game by far. Sportsnet has him as the first star. Sean McKenzie did the interview with him after the game. And, yeah, I got Kaiden Guhle on my wall. I don't know if you can see him, but he's down here. He's very much down here up with Nick, Cole, and Slav in this corner over here. So, kudos to Kaiden Guhle. That contract looks awesome. The contract looks amazing right now. Yes, of course, it's early. It's 3 games in, yada, yada, yada. I get all that. But Kaiden Guhle is a player that just makes an impact in so many different ways. Tonight could not have been a better picture of how many ways you can influence a game, because Kaiden Guhle did that in spades. Arbor Jacki took a penalty that was like, I couldn't believe they actually called him for a rough. I don't know if it was because like maybe he choked the guy a little bit, but he grabs the guy after a whistle, and like that was called rough. Like, have you seen Arbor Jacki play? I also like having the option of Noah Dobson shooting from the point on the power play. We've kind of been missing the old bomb from the point, and he's got it. He's going to start hitting the net. I like seeing the Canadiens start to find other options, and I really want Ivan Demidov to shoot the puck more on the power play. Laine actually set up Demidov on a nice play. Usually it's the other way around. But I loved how Laine looked for Demidov for a one-timer, and if he would have got a better shot off, there was a chance to score there. But I just like seeing the Canadiens have other options on the power play besides just passing the puck around 1,000 times before finally getting off a shot. I will say the penalty kill also came through huge in this game when, again, 2 of our guys are without a stick near the end of that penalty kill in the third period. And, man, like the fact that they survived that was pretty big, and this game wasn't pretty. This victory was not pretty by any stretch. I feel like last year or the year before, the Canadiens would have lost a game like this, and it would have just been disappointing. And we lost in Chicago last year, and it was disappointing because they're a team we should be able to beat. So the fact that they got the win is the most important thing. It wasn't pretty, but they got it done. They stuck together. That's the main thing here. Spoiling 2 out of 3 home openers for teams is also not a bad thing either. Spoiling Detroit's home opener, spoiling Chicago's home opener, and we had a chance to beat Toronto. Still played good against them, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad, like Meatloaf said. We ticked off the Detroit Red Wings enough that they also squashed the Leafs tonight. I mean, there was 2 empty netters, just like against us the other night, but nice to get Detroit all fired up, and now we got a better dangle LFR, so there you go. Please tell me I mentioned that Nick Suzuki has 5 assists. Please just tell me I said that, because if I didn't, I got to put it out there that our guy, our capitaine, Nick Suzuki, has 5 assists in 3 games. I love it. I love the guy. He's the greatest captain of all time. Okay, I know it's John Beliveau. Calm down. I thought Spencer Knight looked great in the first period and just, was really able to weather the storm of the Canadiens' power plays. So I credit to him in that sense, because I think we had the way more high danger chances in this game, and he did well in that aspect. So kudos to him for that. I mentioned the whole thing about Bedard and Anderson earlier, but did you see also the scrum after the whistle? I think it was at the end of the second period where Bedard is like giving Matheson some taps on the head, and then finally Matheson just gives him a shot, and then Bedard looks back at the referee like, what did you think was going to happen there, Connor? Welcome to the NHL, buddy. Like, don't be doing that. If that's the way you're going to try to get a call, is to be sneaky. Like, it was just annoying. Anyway, now the Canadiens can rest easy going home to Montreal. They're going to be at home for the next 4 games. They're going into it having gotten 4 out of 6 points, a good start so far in the first 3 games. Zachary Bolduc is going to get a heck of an ovation to be welcomed for his first official home game at the Bell Center, so keep an eye out for that. The Bolduc ovation, it's going to be a good one. Guys, if you want to join the channel, you can do that for as little as $2 or $3.99 and up to, I think it's $7 or $8.99, I think. I made 2 price levels. If you're interested in joining and supporting the channel this way, absolutely you can. I appreciate it. I really, really do. If not, please click like. It's free and it helps spread the video, and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos. Hit the notification bell if you really want to. I never throw that out there, but why the heck not? Thank you guys for watching. Go Habs, go. It's a good start. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. God love you guys. God bless you. We'll see you soon. I love y'all. Thank you.